guys, welcome into a very informal day of our homeschooling. I just thought I would turn the camera on and start vlogging bits of this because often the just real life, unplanned, unscripted stuff is the stuff that you most are interested in seeing. I know that's what I like to see from other people, is like what really happens, not when you planned it out. What does your day really consist of and look like? So right now I'm using packaging tape. Here's one of my little tips. Rather than laminating the heck out of everything, I just use a piece of packaging tape wherever I want her to be able to write with a dry erase marker, because I don't like using tons of plastic and like laminating everything and like laminating this whole sheet. It's just unnecessary. So I just use regular cardstock, and then I just place a little piece of packaging tape over the section where she needs to write on. And then of course, if you have pets like us, you end up with pet hair stuck under the tape. So this is our green mat that we do everything on. Protects the table. And then I don't have to worry so much about being like overly pedantic, and just she has more freedom with her materials. Alright, so she chose this work off of the shelf today. This is what she wanted to start with. This is some math practice. And we're going to use this with our golden bead set. So right now, I had one of these that I had gotten from someone that I paid for, I think, or got a freebie. But it had like hundreds as well, and I just want to focus on tens and units first to get her more fluent with those before getting bigger and bigger with the numbers. First, you get to choose a number from here. Then you place it in this first box. And then it says, what does that say? It says here, it says, read it. So you read the number, which you just did. Good job. And then you write it. And the first box shows the tens and units place.
So 6 units, 3 tens.
And then the next box says write it again. So you're writing the number again, but this is how you just normally see it when you write it on paper. You don't have a box that shows tens and units. You just write the whole number. And what number is it?
36.
Good job. And then down here it says build it. So you're going to use your golden beads to build that number and show the quantity, what 36 is. Well done. So I've got 3 tens and 6 units. Very good.
49.
So the 4 is in the tens place and the 9 is in the units place. 49. Now build it.
4 tens. 8, 9.
Okay.
No!
So I've got 10, 20, 30, 49. Well done.
48.
Except we read from left to right.
84.
There you go. Just like when we read a book, we read from left to right. We read our numbers, we read from left to right.
I'm starting to do a 9 then.
Well done. Now
Build it! Okay, 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you like how it's going inside?
Mm-hmm.
And a dollar. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good job. 84. So trace that. I'll hold it and you go gently. So we're doing our notebooking page for Granny Smith Was Not an Apple, which we read a couple days ago. And then a day or two later, we were talking about something kind of unrelated. I don't know how it came up. And Zia was retelling how I think she was telling her dad, she was explaining how Granny Smith, she was confused at first because she didn't think the apple was ripe to pick because it was green instead of red, like she was accustomed to seeing ripe apples. And so that was like the thing that stuck out to her the most that she learned from the book. So now we are basically illustrating and retelling that on a notebooking page. At the same time, having our art lesson on how to draw an apple. Good job! You did it on your own that time.
It's going down.
That's okay. You can fix that. You're doing really well. Here, just fix that part so it goes back down into the circle. Goes up a bit, but then comes back down on the side. There you go. That's good. Now just connect and blend it in like that. There you go. Now, I'm going to do that little bottom blip. Blip. Then you can erase the initial guideline.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then the one up top. We need to leave the ones that are part of our apple.
remember some apples are lopsided?
Yeah.
And one was shaped like a pear.
Do you remember how it gets lopsided?
No.
If all of the ovules didn't get ovulated, like if some of them did but not all of them, then it can end up lopsided. All right, now what's next? Stem. Then make the thick stem. Done. And then add your leaf. Well done. And now you can color your apple. You're going to do one red and one green?
Yeah. What green you go for?
It's up to you. What did your Granny Smith look like? Was it a dark green?
Light green.
Yeah, it was kind of a light green, huh? We've got a couple of different options there.
It's the lightest.
The lightest
That
one.
would do the same.
That looks real good. That looks like a Granny Smith color. I guess I'll do a red apple so that way I don't take your colors. Do it right.
Mom was falling off my seat because I just need to color the other side of the apple.
Now why don't you tell me what you want to write on your notebooking page?
I actually thought the apple wasn't white because it was still green and she used to red apple. Look.
Well done. Are you proud of your apples? They look very good. Do you maybe want to write Granny Smith was not an apple? And then I'll write the other part on there for you? Yeah? Okay, so Zia wrote the first line, which is the title of the book. And then I'm going to write the rest of what she dictated because she's still working on her endurance of writing. So writing one line as a start, and then I'm going to write the rest of what she dictated. That way she's still getting to tell the story and reciting what she's learned, but she's not limiting herself by not wanting to write too much. So she can explain as much as she wants, and then I will help her do the copy. And then here's what it looks like with our watercolor wash. I forgot to film while we were doing the watercolor wash because my camera ran out of battery, so I'm using my phone to film this. But yeah, we just did a light watercolor wash on the background, and then ideally we'll trace this with kind of a darker pen, like one of these types of artsy pens afterwards to make that darker if we want to. You don't really have to, but some of this got a little bit. Now we're about to start this experiment here. This is from one of our little kits that she got from the store.
With my own money?
With your own money.
It was $20?
So it says, with help, no, it was maybe like $12 or $15.
Yeah.
With help from an adult, cut 3 pieces of string, each approximately 4 inches long. So you've got your ruler here. Remember, the bigger ones are inches, smaller ones are centimeters. So you're going to measure from the start to where it says 4. That's going to be your 4 inches. So put the end of it, why don't you put the end of it at 4. Put it, put it on the side there. Just line it up, and then you'll cut at the end. There you go. You can cut it now. There you go. Okay, we need 3 pieces. Okay, now it says we need 2 more pieces of string. One is going to be 13 inches long, and the other 8 inches long. So let's do 8 inches first, because we've got 8 inches on our ruler. Okay, good job. Now the other one is 13 inches long, but we've only got how many inches on a ruler?
12.
Yeah, we've only got 12. Luckily for us, we have this really cool cutting mat.
Yeah.
And look, it's got a long ruler on the side here that goes way past. So this is where it starts at 0, and you need to measure a piece that is 13 inches long.
Ah. Wait, 13 again? This.
Yep.
Oh, stop putting it back.
I'm just trying to give you some slack, give you some room.
There we go.
There you go. Well done.
Painting string.
And that was pretty much the end of that science experiment for the day, because we realized we had to paint the string and then we had to just let it sit and dry for ages. So it basically dried overnight and we finished that little science project the next day. But I hope that you enjoyed getting to see that little behind the scenes. That was just a simple, casual Friday in our homeschool. Our days all look different, but most of the days we try to incorporate language arts in multiple different ways, so reading and writing. Then we always try to get in some sort of math work, which varies in what that looks like. It could be very tangible work from our shelves. Sometimes it's some workbook pages. It really just depends on the skills that we need to practice and also what is calling to her, what she's interested in doing. And then our other subjects we often loop through. So some days, and I don't have a strict schedule for that, so we don't always do certain things. Typically with a loop, you don't really have a strict schedule anyway. You just kind of do them in a sequential order, and whichever day it comes up to that, you do it. So you might do geography, science, piano, geography, science, piano, or something like that, and you just cycle through it. For us, I try to do Fridays as a bit more of like an artsy day. So typically on Fridays, we'll do some sort of art lesson, or we'll do handcraft things, something a bit more crafty and a bit more cozy and relaxed and just fun and artistic and creative. And on our other days, we're typically looping between science and geography. She's really interested in both of those. So those are kind of our other two main loops that we're doing at the moment. And this was actually one of our days from kind of the end of September, I believe, that I filmed. That's why it still is kind of finishing up our Apple study. But we've just had some personal things going on over here that we've been dealing with, so I haven't had as much time to film loads or edit loads, but luckily I had a few videos that I had already filmed, but I just prioritized other videos before them. So I do still have quite a few videos that I have to edit. I have a few more cooking videos coming up for you guys. I'm also aiming to film a few more homeschooling videos for this upcoming week. So make sure that you click subscribe. Also leave me any ideas. If you guys have things in particular that you would like to see in any of these videos, drop them in the comments below. I always love to hear feedback from those of you who are watching the videos as to what you're interested in, what you enjoy. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.